Hey guys, it's Camille. I'm the mommy genealogist. I'm trying to mute my other screen. It's not gonna work. Okay, well hopefully we don't hear backlash from it. Come on. Nope, I'm going to. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Okay, it's muted. We are good now. Okay, so Finley and I are here to share with you how we celebrate Day of the Dead with ofrendas and some other traditions. She's very animated, so enjoy. Okay, so first off, Day of the Dead is not Halloween. Okay, Halloween, spirits are scary, and the point of Halloween is to be scared. But Day of the Dead is a holiday to honor the spirits of our loved ones that have passed away. Okay, traditionally, this is mainly celebrated in Mexico and in Central America, and this is because it's a holiday, a celebration that has happened since the Aztecs. I thought that was so cool to learn about. There we go. And let's see. It's not like a holiday that's sad, even though it does have to do with people that have been deceased. It is a celebration. This is a celebration of happiness and of reconnecting with those that have passed on. It's bright, it's colorful. There are meals with families, there's street parties, there's music, and there's dancing. Okay, so what are some traditional parts of Day of the Dead is visiting cemeteries. And when they go and visit cemeteries, traditionally they clean and wash the tombstone. And then they decorate it with candles and with flowers and with food that the deceased person liked. And let's see. Oh, my favorite part is that they share stories about that deceased person. So that's a really fun part of Day of the Dead that you can participate in. Go to the cemetery that's local to you and share stories of your ancestors that were buried there. Okay, something else that it's a tradition of Day of the Dead is marigolds. So that the bright orange marigolds are very traditional. That's mainly because they are a fall flower. They bloom in the fall, but also because they have a strong scent. They believe that, or people believe, I believe, whatever, that they attract the spirits. And so they're used to lead the spirits to the house of the person that's celebrating Day of the Dead. Also, sugar skulls. That's one of my favorite things about it. These are a treat that's either made out of chocolate or out of sugar and water. And they usually have the name of the deceased person on the skull. This is to represent them and to. What? Yeah, we will. We're going to show them our ofrenda in just a second. Okay, and that brings us to the final traditional part that I want to talk about today of Day of the Dead, and that's the ofrenda. The ofrenda, ofrenda stands for offering, and your ofrenda is going to consist of a table with items that identify your loved ones that you are wanting to celebrate and to reconnect with. These items can be photos, they can be personal items, they can be food that they liked, they can be an item that represents that person. So say someone liked to sew, you could put something they sewed there, or some sewing needles with some cloth, just something that represents that ancestor to you. Okay, so now we are going to walk you through, this is our how-to, that was our about. And now our how-to is how to make an ofrenda. So first, you're going to collect photos of your ancestors, or personal items. So I'm going to show you how there we go. In fact, I'm going to do this. Okay, so this is how I collected photos of my ancestors. So I went to Family Search. I'm hoping you guys can hear me even though I'm sharing my screen. Anyway, I went to Family Search. And if you go to the tree view, the fan view, and you click on photos over here on the left side of your screen, it will show you who has photos. Now, the darker the orange color, the more photos that person has. I have printed out the generations that you see here. You can do 4 generations from yourself. You can do whatever works for you. But for the room that I had, I chose what you see here. This is what I did. I had to scale it back last year because I didn't have as much room, and I only displayed my 4 generations. So that would be technically this 4th ring and then my grandparent ring, because they are the ones that have passed away. So to get to those pictures, you click on their name, and then once their box pops up, you click on memories. I pick someone who has a lot. Let's pick someone who doesn't have quite as many. Okay, so you pick their name, then you go down to memories. And I'm sorry, my internet's being slow. Come on. Okay, and once memories pops up, you should have some choices on photos that you can do. I also chose to print out my husband's family, and I'm going to show you what I did when I didn't have any photos for them after I show you how to download a photo from Family Search. It's because I'm sharing a screen is why it's so slow. Nope, you have to be quiet. Okay, so once these pictures load, you pick the picture you want. Okay, we're going to go on to the second part, then I'll come back to this. Okay, so if you don't have a personal picture, if you don't have items, you can draw and color something. This is my husband's great-grandparents. They passed away before, I think even my, no, they were still alive when my grandma or my mother-in-law was alive, but she didn't meet them, if I remember right. Anyway, they died in she died in a car accident, and he died quite a few years later, and in a suicide attempt. But I don't have a picture of them, but my mother-in-law described them, and so I drew them the best that I could, and then I actually watercolored this. But this is something that I display to represent this family. Okay, let's see if Family Search is pulled up yet. It has not. Okay, so what you do is when the picture pulls up, you download that picture and you send it off to your print shop, and it will print for you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and I will try to help you out the best that I can. I'm sorry that the internet's being slow for me. Okay, so you've got them printed out. You find frames to put them in. Or if you're just putting them on your wall, you find a way to attach them to your wall without ruining your wall. You find a table, you put the framed pictures on the table or the items that belong to your ancestors on that table. Then you on a window. I know. Yeah, or on a window. That would be a great idea. Okay, so this is something that I did for my kids since they are young and didn't really know their ancestors by sight. But I did name cards and I put them in front of the pictures. I've also printed out a chart. You want them to see how big you are? Good job. Okay. Okay, so I also have decorated with sugar skulls and with colorful flowers. Shall we go show them our ofrenda? Okay, so we made tissue paper flowers And I put them here because they lead to our ofrenda. Yay! So these are only a few of our pictures. We moved and I've lost some of them, so I need to reprint some of them out. But these are what our ofrenda looks like. We usually leave them up, obviously, for November or the 1st and the 2nd, because those are the days that are traditionally when we celebrate Day of the Dead. I am looking for street festivals in my area that I can go to on those days so that we can be authentic and actually celebrate with those that do this traditionally. I actually have ancestors that a great great grandmother and a great 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 grandmother who lived in Mexico, and they in their personal history actually mention celebrating the holidays of Mexico, and I love being able to connect to them that way. What? Okay, so I will let you go. I've gone on for long enough, and I promised that I wouldn't blabber and keep going. So I will see you guys later, and let me know how you guys celebrate. No, not right now. Not right now. Okay, we'll see you guys later.